What the fuck's going on this team, Jerry?
Bury him! Bury him!
Jerry, TJ Watt.
He is the best defensive player on the planet.
Go! Yes! Yes! We're gonna fire Steelers fans! Bang! Run it down their throat!
No! That's not a penalty!
Game over! Game over! Don't ask me to do nothing! This is nothing!
He's aggressive.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Steel Here podcast, where I'm your host, Kevin Adams, alongside my partner in crime jersey, Jerry Dawn. It is week 6 already of the NFL season. Week 6, the Pittsburgh Steelers sit at 3-1, and we're kings of the North right now. Yeah, Sunday was one of the best days of just hate watching football. You got to start at 9:30 in the morning with the Browns' heartbreaking loss. You get to see the Bengals choke. You get to see the Ravens just get absolutely walloped by the Texans. And then last night, you get to see the Chiefs take an L. You get to see the Bills lose. It was honestly a great weekend for the Steelers to be on bye week to move up in the standings, Jerry. I'm very, very excited going into this week against the Browns, but I won't lie to you, I am a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm definitely nervous too, but getting back to the bye week, I feel like that's one of the best bye weeks we've ever had.
Couldn't have been better.
It doesn't seem like every little thing went our way during the bye, Not only that, but, now we're getting some guys back healthy and whatnot, which we're definitely going to need this Sunday for sure, but incredible bye week. Whatever we needed to happened. And what's crazy? Vegas still has the Steelers. They're not favorites to win the North, which is pretty fucking crazy.
Isn't that wrong? It feels disrespectful. They still have the Ravens as the favorites, and the Ravens are fucking 1-4. And the Ravens play the Rams with still going to be without Lamar Jackson. You're going to play the Rams. I think the Rams are a fucking wagon, to be honest.
They're a wagon, bro.
Stafford him and Puka are putting up digits. They have a bye, and then they play the Bears. Bears, I don't think are that good, but they don't suck either anymore. The Steelers have the Browns, then the Bengals, and we'll talk about Joe Flacco going to the Bengals. I still am not concerned about it because I think that their offensive line is completely dog shit. But the Steelers should beat the Browns. You would think that the Steelers beat the Browns and Bengals. The Bengals play the Packers, then us. The Ravens play the Rams, bye, Bears. The Browns play us, then the Dolphins. There's a very real chance, like a legitimately real chance, that if the Browns lose to us and beat the Dolphins, they're 2-5. If the Ravens lose to the Rams and then beat the Bears, they're 2-5. If the Bengals are not beating the Packers, in my opinion, and then they play us, they could be 2-5. The Steelers could be sitting at 5-1 if they just handle their business these next 2 weeks, and everyone else in the division could be 2-5. For Vegas to not put the Steelers ahead of the Ravens, I think is downright disrespectful.
Yeah, just based off the schedule alone, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm definitely focused on this week, dude, because I do not think it's going to be easy. I think they're going to have one of the toughest probably the toughest battle they're going to have defensively.
Yep.
That Browns defense is real, man. It's it's probably the best Browns defense I've ever seen.
It might be the best defense they've had since the Browns came back. No bullshit.
Yeah. I know. They're really fucking good, dude. So definitely fucking worried about that. But you know what? We got some pieces back. I listened a little bit of Mike Tomlin's press conference. I know Ramsey's really trying to get back, but he's probably not going to get back. He said, the rehab, he's pretty aggressive with the rehab trying to get back. I wouldn't want to see Ramsey this week, though. Let him rest. JPJ coming back, right?
Yeah.
Alex Highsmith coming back.
The Steelers are going to get back Warren, Highsmith, Joey Porter Jr. Tomlin said he'll leave the light on for Calvin Austin and Jalen Ramsey. Personally, I think that neither of them, they don't play either this game or the Bengals game. I don't think that they're going to play either, to be honest with you, because if you can't play Sunday, why can you play again 4 days later?
Exactly.
It just doesn't make sense, especially because then you have that mini bye after the Thursday night game. Until then, you come home. That October 26th Sunday night football game against the Packers, I think that's what they would eye, because that gives them 4 weeks. Both Jalen Ramsey, hamstrings, you know how finicky hamstrings are, Jerry. They fucking linger. We can't have that, especially with Jalen Ramsey. I would rather him be 100% coming back. Maybe there's a chance Calvin Austin. It's just, I don't know exactly what Calvin Austin's injury was.
Nobody's talking about it. There's nothing to it. Tomlin hasn't really said much. Calvin Austin, the last I heard, he said, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, oblique injury. I mean, that could be.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. So,
Yeah, I don't even know. Where is the oblique? Where is that?
I want to say inside over this range, like side of your ribs area. I want to say those are your obliques. I mean, you can't see either. Mine definitely can't see yours. No disrespect.
No, definitely not. Zero chance.
Yeah, so, I mean, let's just fucking hope though that you do get Calvin Austin back maybe for that Bengals game, because if it ends up being a shootout against the Bengals, now that Joe Flacco is there, you would like to have a dog, just because we talked about this now, Jerry, and now we're going into a game where you're playing against a good defense and you don't want that defense to just completely dominate DK Metcalf and take him out of the equation.
Yeah,
you're going to have another weapon. This game Sunday, while I believe the Steelers should win, being 5.5-point favorites, it's going to be a fucking rock fight. It is going to be an absolute rock fight.
Oh yeah, and then Kevin, let's not sleep on, their offense. I know it's not great, I know that, but I mean they're running the ball pretty well with Judkins. I mean, last 3 games he's played, he's been pretty damn fucking good, dude.
Yeah, he's a weapon.
Yeah, he's a weapon. Tight end's a weapon. The offensive line really isn't as bad as people make it out to be. They got some weapons out there for sure. They're not going to be an easy beat, but like you said, I really trust our defense getting these pieces back to really put a stop to this. I think they're going to focus on stopping that run and as best they can, and just having Gabriel try to beat you, which, Mike Tomlin against rookie QBs is pretty damn good.
He has a phenomenal record against rookie quarterbacks. But today, when I was looking up some of the stats that I wanted to talk about on this show, I stumbled across something that's concerning. How it feels like we sweep the Browns every year, does it not?
It does.
We have only swept the Browns twice in the last 9 years. Other than that, it's been a 1-1 split. We did it in 2017. We did it in 2021. Other than that, it has been a 1-1 split every other year.
So they haven't swept us in 9 years.
No, they haven't swept us in they haven't swept us in 20 some years. Yeah, that's not the best season that they've had was that 2020 season in COVID, whenever, we split during the regular season and then they beat us at home playoffs that COVID season. Yeah. So it's that was brutal. It's not going to be as easy. I love that the game is at home though. Dylan Gabriel's going to get thrown to the wolves. Tomlin talked highly about him today though. He said the kid had, 18,000 plus passing yards in college, 6-year player in college. He maxed out every year of eligibility he could play. And so then I looked deeper into it. In that game, his first start last week, he was 5 of 13 when targeting the Browns wide receivers. 5 of 13, only 66 yards, 5 yards an attempt, no touchdowns, no picks, 55.2% passer rating. But where he was good, and this is concerning to me, when he was targeting tight ends, Jerry, he was 10 of 13, only 80 yards, so nothing crazy, 6.1 yards per attempt, but 2 touchdowns and a 131.4 passer rating. Where are the Steelers weak, Jerry? Where are we weak?
Linebackers, linebackers in coverage.
The tight ends kill us. The tight ends have killed us all season so far. Now, we did much better against Hawkinson, who is one of the best tight ends in football for the Vikings, but I think a lot of that is just the pass rush got home, the pass rush dominated. Yeah. I think a lot of that's going to come down to the Steelers are really, really going to have to get him moving off his spot in the pocket, get him forcing balls, and they're going to really have to keep Quinshon Judkins at bay, because if he gets going, that's worrisome.
Oh yeah, he's fucking really good, man. Yeah. You know what I noticed? Well, not noticed, but you know what I realized too? I never really thought about it. Going from a righty to a lefty quarterback, the receivers say it's difficult because the ball spins the opposite way.
Yep.
I never even realized. I never even put 2 and 2 together and realized that.
If you
they say just it's an adjustment for a couple weeks.
If you remember. Couple years ago, you and I discussed it, why the Patriots under Bill Belichick would always have a lefty punter. They wanted the spin to be different because it would throw off the receivers sometimes. And if it contributed to a muff or 2 muffs over the course of a season, that can change the game, win you a game here and there. It's probably very similar to, quarterbacks that are lefty throwing the ball. And so who knows? I just don't think that dude, it's Dylan Gabriel. I'm not that fucking worried about Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, this can't be a letdown game. It just can't. It really can't. You're coming off the bye. I really hope they don't come into this game and then we're saying to ourselves, recording the next episode, how did we not see that coming? That's just what the fuck Tomlin does. You know,
At
I don't want
home,
it to be one of those games.
At home, they have to you have got to handle your business, definitely against the Browns, and then you would hope 4 days later, Thursday night against the Bengals. We have to reel off these next two, and if they can, I'll really start to say, all right, maybe they actually are contenders, and it's not the same old repackaged bullshit we've dealt with for years past, where there's a Tomlin game, a trap game here and there. They cannot afford right now to have a trap game, Jerry. There is an incredible opportunity in front of the Steelers right now to take control of this division, to have a nice fucking lead in the division at the halfway point of the season. They have to really seize the fucking moment on this one. It can't have the letdown.
No, you can't. It's important too, because listen, as we know, the schedule is going to get tougher. It's not going to get easier.
Yep.
You got to be able to be in a spot come week 10, 11, 12 to be like, yeah, we got fucked up that game. We dropped that game. You know what I mean? We lost outright. We didn't really, wasn't a letdown game. We probably were going to get beat anyway. It's not like the Steelers are the best team in the NFL.
Right.
They're going to play a lot better teams later in the year. So we're going to lose some of those games, you know? But the good thing is, if we can be 6-1 or 8-3 and then lose a game like that, it's like, you know, okay, it doesn't matter. Not a big deal.
Look at it this way, Jaron. We did this last year because the Ravens started slow last year too, but really look at it. If they do lose to the Rams without Lamar Jackson, which I believe that they genuinely will lose to the Rams.
I do too. Their defense is horrible.
Their defense is dog shit, and they're injured across the board. This is honestly one of the worst Ravens teams that we've seen in years, just because of all the injuries that have piled up. And just today they trade fucking away. Their only pass rusher had 10 sacks last year. Yeah. You know, they're fire sailing right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If they
is
lose,
there a chance Harbaugh could get fired?
I bet you he's on the hot seat.
I think so too. I don't think nobody's talking about that enough, but I can guarantee you this team doesn't make the playoffs. He could be gone.
There's a lot of underachieving been done when you have, the MVP, Lamar Jackson, everything that goes with that. And
you went and got Derrick Henry.
Right. You've done all of these things and you still can't get over the hump. I mean, how much more do you need? And he's one of those guys I think would be on the hot seat, but there's a chance if they go to 1-5 and we beat them, we usually always split with them. Okay. So that gives them 6 losses. If the Rams beat them and we beat them, they're already at 6 fucking losses with 8-9 games left in the season. They're not good enough defensively to reel off 9 wins.
No.
So you would think they're going to trip up somewhere down the road. That gets them to 7 losses. So if that's really where we're putting the number, for the Steelers, we have to get to 11-6 to win the division. If you can get to 5-1 with the Packers coming to town Sunday Night Football, and you can get to that point in the season at 5-1, I don't see how we're not at least primed to actually fucking win the division. And this is crazy. It's week 6. We've only played 4 football games, but this is as good of an opportunity as we've had in many years, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, you just got to capitalize on it, man. You got to capitalize on it. You can't look back later in the year and be like, "Fuck, that game fucked us. We could have had a home playoff game," Cannot have the letdown game. You can't have it. And that's why I think another big thing that they're going to have to do is very similar game plan to slowing down what the Vikings tried to do. And that's going to be Spencer Anderson. That's going to be Darnell Washington. That's going to be chipping the shit out of Myles Garrett. We hate him, Jerry, but he's fucking great. He is incredibly good. Yeah, he's damn good, man. We definitely hate him. That's for sure. I'll always say, he ain't the best. But yeah, man, he's fucking good, dude. He's good. But you'll see Darnell Washington there all game. Mm-hmm. All game, you'll see him there. When Miles moves, he'll move with him. That means less snaps for Pat, obviously.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking weird. I mean, not really weird, but we didn't really expect this to happen. Is there a world where you can see Pat in 3 weeks, if this continues, is get me the fuck out of here?
We said last week, I've loved that he's just been a team player so far. And, I watch a lot of the body language on the sidelines, and he's always a team first guy. He's always hyping him up. Even when he's not involved, and he has not been involved. He had 15 snaps last game. Jonnu Smith had 13 snaps last game. That's nothing. That's a drive. He's not even playing a full fucking drive. And, Tomlin said in his presser today, he said, expect more of the Steelers' heavy offensive personnel, and specifically Darnell Washington, against 4-3 teams. two teams that we play the next 2 weeks, the Browns and Bengals, are both 4-3 teams. He said it's not realistic to ask someone like Pat Freiermuth or Connor Hayward to block a Myles Garrett in the run game. If that's the case, I don't know how much shine Pat Freiermuth is going to get. Like, he's just not going to play a lot.
Exactly. The thing is, every team you're going to be playing, especially later in the year, edge rushers are all over the place.
Most teams play 4-3. Most teams play 4-3 in the NFL today.
Exactly. And most teams have one, if not two, pretty fucking good edge rushers.
Right. What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out our friends over at TickPick. You guys see me at the games. You see the seats that I have, the experiences that I get to enjoy, and that's all because of TickPick. If you're looking on the secondary market for tickets to a Steelers game and you're not using TickPick, you're honestly probably paying more than you should have to. There are no fees. It's upfront pricing, and you can use code STEELERS20 for $20 off your first order of game tickets. They're the best in the game, in my opinion, and I want you guys to be able to take advantage of how good their product is. So use TickPick moving forward. Let's get back to the episode. That's what I don't understand. Like, if you're going to pay him and you're going to bring Jonnu in, and Tomlin, I think, likes Jonnu more than Pat. I think Pat might have just got pushed down at this point, because if you see that much value in Darnell Washington and you need Darnell out there to make sure that the run game is successful, and if that's what it takes, by all means, we both love Darnell Washington playing. Yeah. I think he is the most beneficial player of the tight ends group. If you want the run game to succeed, that's pretty obvious.
Could be possibly the most underrated tight end in football.
Well, I mean, his value is insane. And you know what I think they're setting it up for? Every time he's out there, you think it's a run. You think it's a run. You think it's a run. Yeah. They're setting him up to have a nice game where he catches the ball out of the backfield. You remember early last year in the season when Russ came in, the Steelers would start the game with fake handoff, roll out, and then bang the ball right to Darnell Washington, 10, 15, 20 yards gains to start the game. We haven't seen that yet this season, but I really do think that's something that could be coming. They could be building towards X. It's the same offensive coordinator, same plays.
Yeah.
So, let's not, just because we haven't seen it yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I think Darnell Washington, wow, you're not going to win your over touchdown bet unless he goes absolutely fucking ham. But
hey, they did throw to him though, like once in the end zone.
They tried.
Twice, actually.
They fucking tried. Yeah. I had I bet on him every week now as an anytime touchdown scorer.
Yeah, me too. I'm betting on him every week. Just put $100 on it. He's going to be plus 1,300, plus 1,500. You know what I mean?
Right. You have to. Like, at this point, you have to, because you don't know. Any of these weeks could be the week he's going to score at least a touchdown. His over-under on touchdowns this year was only 1.5. So Vegas was a lot lower on him than Jerry was at over 6.5. But yeah, I think this could be a week where the Steelers are going to have to stop the run. I mean, really stop the run, because if Quinshon Judkins gets going and you can keep Dylan Gabriel ahead of the sticks, that's worrisome. I think the home crowd is going to have to really get in his fucking head and be loud, but they can stop Quinshon Judkins and they can stop Myles Garrett from completely taking over the game. I think that the Steelers do win this football game, though. Yeah, it's hard for me to say that they're going to lose, because we don't lose to the Browns at home. And it's a second start for a rookie quarterback who's really not a great quarterback. All due respect to him, he's not a great fucking quarterback. So
no, he's small. I mean, he doesn't have a big arm. You know what I mean?
No. He's a veteran rookie quarterback, if that makes sense. That's what he is. He's going to limit mistakes. And that's where I think the Steelers really need to continue their run of taking the football away, forcing fumbles, forcing interceptions. If you can do that, you can really get that one or two extra possessions you need to beat a Browns defense that is realistically the number one or number two defense in football.
Yeah. And also it'd be interesting, speaking of defense, what we're going to do on defense this week. How much is Highsmith going to play? Are we going to see Highsmith and Herbig and TJ on the field at the same time? What are they going to do?
Yep. I mean, that's going to be fun, though. I think that could be a really fun wrinkle that we just haven't really gotten to see. And for the last 2 years, we've hardly gotten to see all three of them play at the same time. It's always been one guy is injured out of that trio. And so if this is the first time you really get to see it, you can fuck the Browns up with it. We're coming off that game against the Vikings. I thought the Steelers finally realized, holy shit, we can run a whole lot of different blitzes. We can move TJ around. We can stunt. We can do all sorts of different things to bring Blitzburg back and And now you're adding a very good pass rusher, and you're going to get to see, Highsmith, Herbig, TJ rolling in waves, Sawyer in there when you need a breather. It's going to be nice that you do get Highsmith back to stop the run, though. I love Herbig, but we know Highsmith is probably the better run stuffer. And so to get him back for this game is going to be very nice. I think those are all things that we're going to have to see. This is not going to be a high scoring game. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game at all.
I don't think so either. I don't know what the total is right now, but
37.5.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. I don't know if the Browns can get to 17.
Highly doubt it.
20,
highly fucking doubt it, man.
Yeah, I don't think they can. I think they can get to 17. I don't think they can get past that.
No.
I'd be really surprised this Browns team comes out Sunday and scores 3 touchdowns and a field goal on us. I'd be very surprised.
I think we would lose. We would lose the game with that. Let's put it this way. Looking at the stats, the Steelers points per game, they score 24, which is 17th in the league. The Browns score 14.6, which is dead last, 32nd in the league, 14.6 points per game.
Yeah, it's bad.
If we give up 24 to the worst offense in football, we're back to cursing this defense and saying that they're dog shit. You can't do it at home. Can't do it when you're coming off a bye week. Can't do it when the Browns are coming back from the traveling overseas. And
they had a rough travel.
I mean, this better be one that the Steelers just fucking reach down and grab it and shove it up their ass. Like, to be honest with you, I don't expect them to blow them away, but I would hope that they would at least take a commanding lead early and not look back.
I you know what? Now I'm thinking about it more. It's like I feel like one of the hot plays last week was Browns plus 4.5, which they ended up covering by half a point.
Yep.
I could see, the public being like, Rodgers not mobile, Steelers overachieving, the public smashes the Browns 5.5, a lot of points. I think there is a world where we beat them by a touchdown and a field goal.
I think 10 points is honestly fair. And Jerry,
for
the people, you need to start sharing your bets with the fucking listeners, Jerry.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know, Jerry, tell them you had a career day Sunday gambling.
Oh man, we'll go. Oh crap! I hit one last night too.
Oh shit, another one.
I hit one for 6,800 last night because I had the DraftKings gave you the early exit.
Yeah.
Because of Bretton Strange. He got injured in the first half, so I had a parlay. It was like 400 to win 28,000, and it was Jaguars plus 10.5, Kareem Hunt touchdown, Trevor Lawrence 25 plus rushing yards. He had 1 million.
Yeah, he rushed all night.
And Bretton Strange touchdown. So the original bet was plus 7,000, which brought it to like 400 to win 28,000. And I woke up this morning to an early exit credit of fucking 6,800.
You're shitting me.
Because they just took out the Bretton Strange.
And basically counted the rest of the bets.
And they counted the rest. But yeah, I hit for that. Let's go through it now. I hit that last night. I also hit fucking Keon Coleman anytime touchdown score live plus 650 in that game to win 2,500, 300 to win 2,500. I had first touchdown score. I live bet it. Curtis Samuel for the Bills 170 to win 5,000. Then I hit a two play parlay, which was Ladd McConkey Laporte 100 to win 16,800, and then I hit the Ryder Cup bet.
Yeah, Jerry had almost $100,000 Sunday.
It's great. It was a crazy day.
Yeah, you got to start sharing. And meanwhile, on the show, Jerry on the season is 2-3.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, the thing is, this is like I'm a bettor where I'll put in like throughout. Okay, on a Sunday, any given Sunday, NFL. I'm putting 7 parlays, maybe. You know what I mean? I'm not really like a straight bettor unless it's a first touchdown score, which I even parlayed the first touchdown score.
Right.
But I'm usually a 4-leg parlay player. You know what I mean? I like the 4 legs. Put 250 on it, 300 on it, 400. Try to get you up in the 15, 20 dime area. But yeah, what am I going to do? I'm going to put 9 parlays in play, and fucking most of the time none of them hit.
Right, but when they do, when you
When
get
they do,
hot,
they slam.
it pays for the year. I mean, it pays for the fucking year.
The thing that keeps me alive football season is I need to hit like 4 solid parlays.
Mm-hmm.
If I could hit 4 big ones, of like 15K, 20K, 25, if I can hit those, I'm fine. I'm straight for the year.
Coast the whole season.
Exactly. And I'm up right now, so I got a lot of room to work with. I could probably lose for the next 6-7 weeks and be okay.
I tried to retire Jerry. I gave him about 6 months ago, and I've tweeted this. So if you guys are on Twitter, you've paid attention to it at this point. I discovered a stock called Ondas. ONDS is the ticker if you guys are interested in hearing about a stock play here. And it was like 60 cents, 65 cents. I told Jerry, anything under 75 cents, Jerry, buy as much as you possibly fucking can. Every share you can buy. I own personally over 700,000 of these shares. So, I have a personal trading account and then I have a long trading account. I have bought so many of these shares. My average is 84 cents. I tweeted and when it was like $2.50, I tweeted, if this stock goes to $10, I'm going to give away 10 grand on Twitter. I'm going to give away $10,000 to you guys. As of last week, the stock is now up over $11. And so if Jerry just would have bought 10 grand, he'd have $110,000, $120,000 right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Dude, the thing that scares me, like, and I think about it all the time, it's like, well, you're going to go out on a Sunday and probably lose between 5,000 and 7,000 possibly on any given Sunday.
Right.
Why wouldn't you be putting 2K a week in a stock?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Especially when I told you.
But the thing is, not only am I scared, I want the initial. I want it now.
Immediate,
you know what I mean?
Immediate.
And the thing with stocks is like, sure, it could happen, but it's more likely not to happen.
Well, it's just you got to know what you own, and it takes time. Like I've owned that.
What is that stock? What is it?
It's a military defense drone company. They make military drones.
How did you even come up? Like, what did you read or
fucking read?
watch?
I live on stock twits it's called. So I'm reading, day after day. I'm reading about all these stocks, and probably about a year and a half ago, I was watching the news, and it came across like the war in Ukraine. It's all like it's fought with drones now. All wars, like modern wars, are fought with drones. Because they're cheaper. You're not wasting bodies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's safer for your military. And I'm like, man, I got to start looking into military drones. I found this fucking company, and then Trump wins the election. Don't brow up the listeners, but Trump wins the election, and he starts talking about he wants to do a golden dome, which protect America, drone defense, all of these things, and then the big beautiful bill budget gets passed, and then they have a massive spending on the Golden Dome, and I'm like, holy shit, this stock could explode. Jerry, what's insane? I own all of those shares, 700,000 plus of those shares at 84 cents, and there are projections that this stock could go anywhere between $20 and $70 over the course of the next year. That would,
I mean, if it hits. Like, can you actually realistically retire if it hits 20? Or
Jerry,
no?
I could probably retire now. I'm up almost in total on all of the shares I own. I'm closing in on like $8 million in profit.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so if it goes to 20, we're talking 16. If I would hold that to 50, we're talking big time fuck you money. Big time. You and me are getting front row 50-yard line. Those seats we've always looked at. That's what we're getting.
Yeah.
Front
I'll
row
tell you
50s.
what, that has been our dream for a long time.
Right.
Just to have those fucking 50-yard line behind the Steelers bench, first row.
So
that would be sick.
We got sidetracked, but if you guys are interested, look into it. I am giving away $1,000. I gave away $1,000 last night on that Monday night game. So basically, what the game is I'm going to take the starting quarterback of each team, one game a week, starting quarterback total passing yards by each of them combined, including the total points scored. So last night the total was 598 between Trevor Lawrence and Pat Mahomes, plus the 31 and 28 came out to 598. Some kid hit it dead on the button. He was fucking thrilled. I mean, imagine winning $1,000 doing nothing.
Exactly.
I mean?
Just typing something on Twitter.
Right. So you guys know we're getting closer, Jerry. We've gained.
How do you filter out the comments? How do you
it's
filter
fucking hard. It took me almost 2 hours this morning. You know what
you got to do? You got to once the game,
stop comments.
Yes, as soon as like you should tweet it like an hour or two before. Once the game starts, stop the comments.
Yeah, I didn't. And there were people commenting midway through the game. So I had to filter through all those fucking comments. I'm asking Grok to like fucking help weed through some of the comments. People would have 4 or 5 or 6 entries. Like, people are dirtbags. So, they gave their best effort. But yeah, it took me like 2 hours this morning to find the winner. And
there's got to be a better way, no?
There is. I looked into this. I have to download this program I can add to my phone, and automatically AI will go through and sort through their first entry and total up all the scores and then tell me who the winner is. Grok couldn't do it. So you have to have like a computer program in order to pull it off. So it should be easier moving forward. But coming back, we still owe the fans $2,000 when we get to 20,000 subs, Jerry, and we're closing in on it. We're only 1,900 short at this point. We've gained over 1,000 subscribers this season in 4 weeks so far. So fucking love that out of the fans. So when we get there, I'm giving away 1,000. Jerry's giving away 1,000. So keep that in mind. Let's get back to
whose podcast I like actually enjoy watching, because I listen to ours and we do ours, and I watch other stuff too. There's this guy. He just had oh my god, man. I think he's listen, I could be totally wrong. I don't want to disrespect the guy. I actually enjoy listening to him. I don't know if he's kind of new. Not new as far as being a Steelers fan, but maybe new having a podcast. Steelers Almighty.
I don't think I know it.
Yeah, he's got I listen, and I could be totally wrong. I don't want to say, I don't want to disrespect the guy. He has like 10K subs. I don't know how long his channel's been active for, but I've been listening to Steelers podcast for a long time. And I haven't came across his page until this past year.
What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick break to shout out our friends at Pond Lee Hockey, the new official sponsor of the Steel Here podcast. And they want to let you know that when life hits you hard, you need a team that fights for you just as hard as your favorite players. That's Pond Lee Hockey, Pittsburgh's largest work injury firm. They specialize in winning injury and workers' compensation cases and are ready to go to battle for every dollar you deserve. From start to finish, they're with you every step of the way. And the first step, a free consultation. No strings, just answers. If you've been hurt at work or in an accident, call Pond Lee Hockey today. Now let's get back to the episode.
Okay, yeah, he has like 10K subs on whatchamacall, on YouTube. And I was, I like him this year, listening to him here and there. And a lot of the comments were like, yo, you should collab with Steel Here. And he's a great podcast guy.
Well, fuck it. We'll get him on. Well, this week, we were supposed to have Duck today, but he's on a hunting trip in New Mexico. I don't know if you guys saw social media. He's on a hunting trip. He's the guest to the Terrible Tailgate this weekend. Devlin Hodges and Trey Essex, who we had on the show 2 weeks ago. So Duck is going to do the recap episode Monday. Jerry and I are going to record that Monday after the Browns game. Duck's going to be the guest for that. He's going to talk about his apparel line, the tailgate, the game, all of that shit. And then we should look at having Steelers Almighty on then one of the episodes after that.
Yeah, because there was a lot of comments like, oh, you should collab with Steel Here. You guys will get along great and whatnot. So yeah, maybe I'll shoot him a message, see what he says, or if any of his fans watch our stuff, maybe help us out, shoot him a message. Maybe we can collab.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into the betting, because we've pretty much touched on the Browns game. We know what has to happen. Stop Myles Garrett, stop Quinshon Judkins. Aaron Rodgers hopefully can stay upright. The offensive line has been much better the last 2 weeks, at least the last game. They got rushed a lot in the Patriots game, but they didn't give up sacks in that game. But hopefully, because I think that's the only way that the Browns can beat us is just forcing turnovers. The Steelers have 5 interceptions on the season and 5 fumble recoveries. They only have 3 interceptions as giveaways. So the Steelers haven't had a fumble, knock on wood. They have 3 interceptions only. The Browns have turned the ball over 8 times total, 6 picks, 2 fumbles, and they only have 4 takeaways, 2 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries. So the Browns don't really, as good as their defense is, they don't take the ball away. And so that's a big part of this game. The Steelers are 14-4 under Tomlin after the bye. We've won 21 straight regular season games at home against the Browns. The only game we've lost against the Browns at home would be that playoff game we mentioned. So there's no excuse this week coming off the bye and the Browns having a long week coming back from London. So if you look at this, Jerry, going into the betting last week, you had DK in that Dublin game against the Vikings. You had DK over 4 catches. He had 5, so you cashed. I had Jalen over 23.5 receiving yards. He didn't even play. And then we didn't put another bet in. So I'm 1-3 in the season. You are 2-3. You get 2 bets this week. The Steelers are favored at -5.5. The over-under is 37.5. The money line is -245. It's early in the week, so you can't see a lot of the other, like there's no other bets out there.
Yeah, you're not going to see the props and stuff like that.
No.
So let me ask, Kevin, do you have all the bets in front of you right now or no?
I mean, there are no props. I mean, all I have is -5.
No, I'm saying like for the year that we took or no?
I can look at them, yeah. Like I can pull them up right now.
I think I first week I had Darnell touchdown, right?
You had Darnell Washington touchdown first week, yes.
What did I have the second and third week?
I'll tell you. So in your season 4, episode 2, you would have had. We had the Jets win. You cashed that. No, you didn't, because that's the game you had Darnell. Seahawks, you had
maybe Jalen Warren.
You're taking Jalen Warren longest rush over 12.5.
That didn't hit. 0-2, yeah.
And you had 60 plus receiving yards, plus 60 receiving yards for Jalen Warren. Neither of those hit, so you lost both of those.
Yeah. Rushing and receiving, right?
Yeah.
He did he finish with like 50 something, right?
56.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, wow, rough. Shit. You know what? 2-3. I got to get back to 500 this week.
You also took Muth over 23.5 in that Seahawks game, over 23.5 receiving. He didn't hit that either.
Damn. So what bets did I win? What 2 bets did I win?
You just won the DK one, and you won one of the 2. So you would have either won one in the Patriots game or one in the Vikings game.
Yeah, probably. I probably won the Patriots game.
You took DK anytime touchdown.
Okay, gotcha. You know what? I'm going to lay the number this week. I'm the more I think about this game, I'm starting to think that a lot of the public is going to see the Browns as having like the best defense, which they are. And I think the Browns, the public bettors are going to think that 5.5 is way too much for a 41-year-old quarterback. Steelers defense who hasn't played great, lived up to their expectations, an offense that really doesn't have many weapons. I could see the public betting the Browns pretty heavy this week. And I think they're going to get burned. I think the Steelers could beat them by a touchdown or more. So I'm going to lay the number this week with that. And whatever Jalen Warren's rushing and receiving is this week, I'll take that as my secondary play.
So you're taking Steelers to cover 5.5 and Jalen Warren total yards over.
Yeah, rushing and receiving. We'll figure it out what it is, and we'll go from there.
We'll keep an eye on that. I am taking under 37.5. It's a low number, which sucks, but
you're terrible with the over-unders.
Awful, and I love the over-unders. That's the worst fucking part. I love the over-unders. That's my favorite bet in sports, and I'm fucking awful at them. I mean, lifetime, I'm probably a 20% winner of the over-unders. So don't follow me on this bet this week, guys, but I am going to take the under 37.5, which hopefully that means it blows way over and we fucking stomp them. But I'm going to take under 37.5. I do think that the Steelers win. My prediction as far as the score is going to be Steelers 24-13. I think 24-13. That gets us to 37, so it would be under by the hook at the half.
Yeah.
24-13 is my guess. The Steelers do get to 4-1. Jerry, what is your guess as far as prediction and score?
I'm going to say Steelers 26, Browns 14.
Fuck, that would crush me. That's 40.
Yeah.
26-14. Yeah.
I mean, 26 is pretty high. I will say that for a team with that's probably going to have DK Metcalf taking away this game as much as they can.
Let me read you this, because this is interesting. When I looked at the Browns defensively, this is how good these motherfuckers are. Defensively, the Steelers give up 24.5. The Browns give up 24.6. So they give up 0.1 more points per game. Yards per game, though, this is where it's insane. So the Browns either must turn the ball over a lot, which is why they give up so many points. Yards per game given up, the Steelers give up 382, which puts us at 28th in the league.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
The Browns give up 248, which is second in the league. 140 less yards per game the Browns give up than we do.
Wow, I did not know that.
Also,
I'm switching my prediction.
Yeah. What is it? What are you changing it to?
I'm going to do 20-14.
20-14. Good.
Yeah.
That would be great
Final
for
prediction.
me. Would love that. So that would hit the under. Rushing yards per game. We give up 122. The Browns give up 75. That's first in football.
Oh my God.
These are the reasons I'm a little worried about this fucking game, is because the way the Steelers have won games and looked good so far is, establishing the run. They're going to try and pound the rock. You're going against the best running defense in football. What the Browns do well, they dominate with their tight ends. They dominate with their running back. What the Steelers do poorly on defense is stopping the run and stopping tight ends.
Yeah.
This is a game where the Browns are honestly like their strengths do not match well against the Steelers. So
yeah, those stats really, I knew the Browns defense was real. Those stats are fucking really good. I knew they were fucking really good. I didn't know how good they really fucking were. Those stats were eye-opening. Holy shit,
It's
I feel
worse.
like an idiot. Everything I think I'm fucking out here laying the number 5.5. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Passing yards per game given up, we give up 260, which puts us at 30th in the league. The Browns give up 172, which puts them at 4. Like their defense is nasty. The biggest difference is the takeaways. The Steelers are +7 in the takeaway category, which is second best in football, and the Browns are second from last. So
we'll see if we can keep it going. Then
that's what it's going to come down.
Keep it going.
Takeaways. You guys, if the Steelers win the takeaway battle on Sunday, they win the game, and that's I think that's pretty much the easiest way to say it. They win the takeaway battle. They win the football game. You think we'll see Roman Wilson this weekend, Jerry?
I think you'll see Scotty Miller way more.
Yeah. Tomlin had said something in his presser. He's like, it's not that Roman Wilson has done anything wrong or that he's not ready for the game. It's that the game dictates the play, which I find to be completely bullshit.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. He's like, I mean, you're asking why we can't get Jonnu and Pat on the field, and it's because of our personnel between Calvin Anderson and with Darnell Washington. But I mean, man, if you're not gonna have Calvin Austin, it has to be Roman Wilson. It has to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I feel like you're gonna see so much more Scotty Miller than Roman Wilson, which I don't know. I think we gotta at least see him out there for fucking a full half. Right. You know what I mean? Just to see.
Just throw him the ball. Like, let's just throw him the ball a couple times just to fucking see what he can do at all. Even if it's just a little 3-yard screen, get the ball in his fucking hands just so the guy gets a little momentum going here.
Exactly, man. Get his confidence going a little bit,
It's a big weekend, Jerry. It's a big weekend. We can take control of the AFC North by a wide margin. If you guys are coming to the Terrible Tailgate, make sure you get tickets early. It will sell out. Like I said, it's Duck Hodges. It is Trey Essex. It starts at 8 a.m. It's in the Nova Place parking lot. You'll find all the social media, tickets, things as far as that's concerned. And yeah, fuck Jerry. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, continue to share the show where you find it. Like we said, when we do close in on 20,000 subs, we will give away $2,000. So show's been doing great. We appreciate the shit out of you guys in the comments. Tell us what you want us to talk about, moving forward. If there are other people you want us to collab with, we can reach out to, let us know. Cause that Steelers Almighty one will probably be decent, Jerry. We'll have to look into it.
Yeah, we'll look into it. Best of luck to our boys this weekend. We need this game. So, we'll be back on Monday with another episode.
Fucking A. We'll see you guys then.
See ya.
Later, Jer.
We're here. We're still here.
We are still here.